Part 2 of getting ready with me, while I talk about the time a Japanese man cursed at me for no reason. So for some context, I was traveling, and I think this was Osaka at the time with my boyfriend, and we had just done some shopping. We were at Don Quixote, of course, and we had already left the store, but we walked quite a bit outside until my boyfriend realized he actually left one of my belongings there. And I know Japan's really good about, leaving people's belongings be if it's just out in public, but just in case, we're kind of running back, maybe more so jogging. I was in the front, he was kind of chilling behind me because I was like, oh my god, what if, I don't know, just in case someone takes I think it was shoes that I left there. So it was like a very obvious bag and box and everything like that. On our way back, as we were running, apparently a Japanese guy just shrieked, like completely shrieked at me, and because I was just so focused on getting my shoes, I didn't really think anything of it, and I also didn't understand what he was saying. And my boyfriend, who understands Japanese very well, he was also kind of running behind me, so by the time it registered in his head what the guy said to me, it was too late. We had already passed him. But it turns out he said this like really bad Japanese word that essentially means like effing ugly woman, but like times 1,000. For the Japanese speakers out there, he said busu, if I'm pronouncing that right. And apparently he was with a woman too, presumably his girlfriend, which is extra icky in a way, to say the least. So because I don't know Japanese, I didn't know about this until my boyfriend told me when we had sat down for dinner and had time to just like sit down and talk about it. So when he was giving me the breakdown of everything, I wasn't exactly upset actually. I was more so shocked that someone would go out of their way to say something so negative about me. And I really tried to sit and think and like even retrace my steps to be like, maybe I did do something to provoke that guy's anger. The only thing I could really think of is possibly bumping into him, which I really don't think would have happened or had happened because we were jogging. And I definitely don't recall bumping into anyone or being like so close to someone and then like, kind of like swerving out of the way last second to scare them. And before anyone says anything about why my boyfriend didn't defend me or anything like that, it didn't process in his mind in time because we were just focused on getting my shoes as quickly as possible. Had we been walking, he definitely would have done something. He's overall a pretty calm person and would never resort to violence or anything like that, but because it involves me and essentially hurting me, he definitely would have done something. So we just tried to move on because he was very upset and I was just kind of laughing it off because it also turns out the guy was very short. And obviously, not that there's anything wrong with being short, I'm also very short, so this is not trying to be hypocritical at all. But because he said such a nasty word at a random stranger for no reason, I feel like that takes a really ugly person, like ugly on the inside, to say that. So I just imagined like a Japanese version of Lord Farquaad shouting at me, calling me ugly. Like, the audacity. But at the end of the day, I know that this was just one person and a one-time occurrence of a negative, encounter with a person. So I know that this guy does not represent all Japanese people. I would say the Japanese people that I've met during our trip are super nice, so polite, and I have no complaints. It was just that one guy. So maybe he was having a bad day. I'll just give it to him because I was living my best life in Japan, so. But yeah, y'all stay safe out there. Also, this is the final makeup look.